maintain my lean physique that I always had, and I was struggling to lose fat, and always thought that eating healthy was just the way to be able to do that. Hey guys, welcome to the RMH Project. If you haven't been to the channel before, welcome. My name is Ryan. I'm an ex-NRL player, online coach, and natural bodybuilder. And this channel is all about helping you find the most efficient way to your fat loss and muscle gain goals. So without further ado, we're going to get into today's episode. A little bit of a different one. I thought I'd change it up a little bit for you guys and share a little bit of a personal experience of my journey to becoming a bodybuilder, sort of like in the online coach community, helping people lose fat, and just understanding everything around being able to help people lose fat, build muscle. And it's a little bit of a sensitive one for sure. It was started when I finished playing footy. I was always able to stay at a pretty reasonable and healthy weight, I suppose you could say, from the foods I was eating, because I was just moving so much. And I was always eating healthy. I always ate healthy. It was something that I quite enjoyed. I quite enjoyed like getting into like the side of things of like making my own sort of desserts, like the organic style where like you make it from scratch and stuff like that, little brownies and stuff. But when I finished footy and obviously reduce my overall energy expenditure for the day because I wasn't moving as much, I wasn't training multiple times a day as a professional athlete, and now sort of doing what I'm doing now, or sitting at a desk for the majority of the day, I just found that I couldn't maintain my lean physique that I always had, and I was struggling to lose fat, and always thought that eating healthy was just the way to be able to do that. And it wasn't until that I started to understand the caloric value of food and all of the things that come along with understanding the different macronutrients like protein, fat, carbs, and how to actually put myself into a calorie deficit to be able to lose fat, until I understood that eating healthy, yes, is somewhat important, but at the end of the day, it's not going to help you to be able to lose fat consistently, and making sure that it's a reliable way to be able to lose fat. So a lot of healthy options are fantastic for supporting fat loss, but a lot of the times it kind of leads you down the wrong path. And I can imagine people getting frustrated, and I speak to clients about this a lot as well, of them getting frustrated. I know for myself, I was getting frustrated and sort of a bit helpless until I started to learn this stuff. So hopefully by me sharing my story with you guys, that potentially it could help you along your journey. So I wanted to start off with one of the popular meals that I used to eat. Now the first one is the acai bowl. So something that I used to eat a lot. I used to love acai bowls, and as you can see, so many ingredients there, heaps of micronutrients, like plenty of benefits from eating this bowl, like in the sense of micronutrients. But if you look at the calories, it's 900 calories for this bowl, and it's not overly big. I know these aren't like the best scale photos, but I just went through and sort of found some of my old ones that I had stored away there to bring out for this video. And as you can see, it's not a massive serving. So for 900 calories, it wasn't really going to fill me up for very long. A lot of times as well, I would have this with something like eggs or something like that to try and fill me up a little bit. And as you can see, if I started to have like another meal with it, it could easily blow out to sort of like 1500 calories. Then I get like a latte or something like that, and it's even more. So these things, although like, yes, it's healthy, it's got a lot of micronutrients, fantastic fiber, all of those things, but at the end of the day, 900 calories is 900 calories. You have to be in a calorie deficit to be able to lose fat. So I know that you could probably get rid of the peanut butter, and maybe that would help you, but also the granola that's in it as well. Now, granola is something that's overlooked by a lot of people, and it's seen as something that's healthy and should be part of a sustainable diet and stuff like that. And yes, it definitely has a lot of micronutrients and stuff in it that can be super beneficial, but it's also very calorie dense. A lot of times it comes with dried fruit. So a lot of times dried fruit, they pull all the water out of it, which reduces the food volume, but keeps all the calories in it. So having things like raisins instead of grapes, you'll find that like you'll be able to get fuller by having, say, 10 or 20 grapes, but if you had 10 or 20 raisins, it probably wouldn't do nothing, even though they're the same caloric value. Okay, so it's just been dried. The grapes just being dried to obviously make a raisin. So understanding little things like that, and granola having a lot of that. And yes, you get all the benefits that come with the fruit, but you're not getting that food volume. Generally, it's packed with a lot of seeds and a lot of nuts, and yes, they have definite benefits, but at the end of the day, they're very caloric dense, and a lot of times it's baked in sort of like oil or maybe a little bit of sugar shucked over the top as well to make it a little bit more tasty, like honey or something like that. So as I said, this is a fine option, but you just have to understand that it's 900 calories is a lot of calories. So you can't just think that it's healthy, and therefore you'll be able to lose weight if you're eating these healthy things. You have to understand the caloric value as well. So this is something that I've now swapped it for, and something that I use a lot in if I'm in a fat loss phase, is something like some yogurt. So I'll have a low fat, high protein yogurt. I'll generally put a little bit of protein powder in it as well. So I'm getting sort of 45 to 50 grams protein in this one serving. And then also I'll chuck some frozen raspberries in there, a bit of dark chocolate to help with the healthy fats. Raspberries have got a lot of fiber, great for food volume. They're super low in calories. And then just a little bit of honey there, just to bring up the flavor a little bit. And it's 550 calories, okay? 450 calories. And this has lot more food volume. So you can't really see, but that bowl is actually huge. So there's about 200 grams of berries, 300 grams of yogurt, a little bit of dark chocolate. So you're looking at sort of 600 grams of food as compared to the acai bowl, which is probably less than that. So for half the amount of calories, you're actually eating more food, which is kind of what blows a lot of people's minds. A lot of times I talk to like clients and stuff like that and put them on meal plans, and they're like, wow, I'm eating more than I ever have, but I'm losing weight. And that's because of making little slight adjustments like this. Being in a calorie deficit and losing fat doesn't mean you have to starve yourself. It doesn't mean that you have to eat boring food or like, probably from reading this title, unhealthy food or anything like that. You can still eat nutritious, delicious, lots of food, but just understanding the caloric value and making those swaps. So not having things like granola, having those fruits, a little bit of dark chocolate in there is completely fine. And then having a big bolus of something that's super low cal, like a low fat protein yogurt. Another one that was super common for me, and I used to have a lot, was the 5 eggs, half an avocado, and obviously the chai tea as well. This used to be a go-to breakfast of mine. Yeah, it's actually not bad, like 550 calories. It's not heaps. It's got a decent amount of protein. Also, it's got some healthy fats and stuff as well, which is good. But to be honest, it wouldn't keep me very full for long, and I'd be pretty much wanting to snack a couple hours later, because it's just not heaps of food. To realistically, as you can see on the plate there, it's only 5 eggs and half an avocado. So for me, being someone who's generally most of the time over 90 kilos, it's not a whole heap of food, but something changed. A simple change like this, where I've taken, so instead of having 5 whole eggs, I'm now having 2 whole eggs, and then I'll put a bit of egg whites in there to beef it up a little bit, to get the protein up, but reduce the fat from the egg yolk. So 250 grams of egg whites, 2 whole eggs. So I'm getting plenty of protein, roughly about 40 grams or so of protein, a whole heap of veg, so about 200, 250 grams of veggies there, and then sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top just to make it taste a little bit nicer. And this is a heap of food. So as you can hear, 250 grams, about 250 grams of vegetables as well. So you're looking at sort of a 600-700 gram meal. Like, that's a big plate. You can't really see, probably that's a big plate, compared to the sort of 5 eggs and half an avocado, which was 550 calories. This is 380. So it's a nice, simple switch out. Still tastes fantastic, but it's going to keep me fuller for longer. Plenty of micronutrients from the vegetables. I'm still getting my egg yolks in, so still getting a lot of the same qualities that I had in the other meal, but it's just much less calories and much more protein. And then sort of last comparison that I'm going to take you guys through. I could go on for days, but I don't want to keep you guys here forever. And I'm sure after these things, you will sort of get the gist and try and understand the caloric value of food. But a big one is protein balls. Now, this is nutrition information from something that's already been made, but I used to make a lot of my own protein balls. I'd follow those recipes of like Bliss balls, where you put the protein in, you blend up the dates, put in the food processor and stuff like that. Really used to enjoy that stuff, and I used to have a lot of it. And then when I look at the nutritional value of something that's like that, so it's pretty similar to what I would have. I usually have some sort of nuts in there, some dates, some peanut butter, and then you'd have some sort of protein powder and a little bit of Himalayan salt. Very similar to what I would make myself. And then when you really actually break down how much calories you need to consume just to get 30 grams of protein, so 850 calories just to get 30 grams of protein. So that is crazy. Here I was thinking that it was a great protein option for me. Sometimes I'd have it after the gym and stuff like that, when realistically I'm nearly having an acai bowl worth of calories from just some protein balls. Like I can have nearly 2 dinners for this many calories. It's just kind of crazy to think about. Can think about that. And now sort of when I'm on the run, I have something like this where I'll grab a couple of protein yogurts and an apple if I'm after the gym and say I didn't prep any food or anything like that. So, and generally this would be pretty much the same price as, say, a protein ball from the shop or something like that. Sometimes even cheaper, especially if you're going to, say, Woolworths or Coles or anything like that, or wherever you are in the world at the moment, your regular grocery store instead of, say, a service station or something. And to get 30 grams of protein, you're looking at 270 calories, and that's with the apple as well. So realistically, probably 200 calories if you're just eating that low-fat, high-protein yogurt option that's on the go. When you compare it to 850 for 30 grams, and now you get 270 for 30 grams, it's crazy. And there's probably more food volume actually in these foods, having the apple and the 2 protein yogurts. You're probably going to get more food volume than just having the protein ball. So these are some swaps, guys. Yeah, it's something that took me a long time to learn, but once I did, it made all the difference. And I know from when I share it with clients and stuff as well, it helps them a lot. A lot of eye-opening and light bulb moments that I have with people, which is really nice and really special. So I thought I'd want to share it with you guys, just so you guys can understand. Now, it's not to say there's anything wrong with having those things, but you just need to understand that just because it's healthy or it says it's high protein or whatever the case may be, whatever the marketing is, to understand that you still have to know the caloric value, especially if you want to reliably be able to lose fat on a regular basis and get down to the goal weight or whatever goal physique that you have. Understanding caloric value of food so you can put yourself in a calorie deficit is going to make all the difference and make your journey so much more successful and so much better. So hope this has helped, guys. As always, do the good things, like, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you. That you can achieve your dream physique without spending hours in the gym or completely changing your lifestyle. At RMH Coaching, we'll find the most efficient way to your dream physique. We offer a personalized coaching service that helps busy individuals get real results without sacrificing their career or their lifestyle. When you join RMH Coaching, you won't receive some random cookie cutter program. You'll receive an individualized training protocol alongside a nutritional strategy that is customized for you, your needs, and your unique lifestyle. As a client, you will receive access to the RMH Coaching app, where you'll be able to track all your workouts, gain access to our meal plans, and get direct contact with myself via the messaging service. Additionally, you'll gain access to our members-only educational content, which has hours of insights and tips to assist you along with your journey. Every fortnight, you'll receive a video check-in to review your progress alongside weekly adjustments to your program to make sure that we're getting the best possible results without wasting time. Whether it's refining your training or adjusting your nutrition, everything is geared towards making sure that we're maximizing your time and your effort. We work with busy individuals who are serious about changing their physique, whether it's putting on muscle, whether it's losing fat, or just having a more athletic physique. We know your time is valuable, so we focus on getting the best possible results without spending hours in the gym and completely changing your lifestyle. It doesn't matter whether you're an experienced lifter, a first timer, or someone with a home gym. If you're looking to make a change, join us at RMH Coaching by clicking the link in the description below, or you can scan the QR code where you can enjoy a 7-day free trial, and we look forward to seeing you on the inside.